Nadat ik de diagnose had gekregen, ja, je gaat wel nadenken over bepaalde dingen. Hoe zal het verder gaan? Je hebt allerlei gedachten over hoe het zou kunnen gaan, maar de werkelijkheid is toch altijd anders. De ratio en de emotie zijn echt wel twee verschillende dingen, maar je gaat wel bewuster over dingen nadenken. En je hebt natuurlijk geen beeld hoe het in de toekomst zal verlopen. Dus je staat nog vrij aan het begin van het hele gebeuren. En je hebt dus geen context. En die moet in de loop der tijd ontstaan. En dat is wel spannend, denk ik toch wel dat ik het zo het beste kan omschrijven.
The Parkinson's Progression Marker Initiative is a very exciting, large international study where a large cohort of people living with Parkinson's disease is characterized in an extreme amount of detail and followed in time. And the aim is to better understand what is happening in the brains of people with Parkinson's disease as a basis for the development of innovative treatments. The data that are being collected will be made accessible to scientists across the globe to enhance the likelihood of a breakthrough, making real discoveries that will ultimately help people living with Parkinson's disease.
De ziekte voelt voor mij qua emotie lastig te accepteren, moet ik eerlijk zeggen. Je weet dat bepaalde dingen niet meer kunnen, moeilijker kunnen en dat houdt in dat je daar wel echt rekening mee moet houden in de zin van sommige dingen gaan niet meer.
The information in this study is going to be used to develop new biomarkers for Parkinson's disease. And biomarkers are parameters that tell you something about the disease itself. One good example might be a biomarker that you can determine in the blood. And in this study, we measure biomarkers that might have an association with the way Parkinson's disease develops and progresses over time.
1,500 patients from 11 countries over all the world are already participating. And the idea is to now grow to 4,500 participants, but also to create more awareness to the issue of diversity, which is a crucial element of research now in the Parkinson field. We are particularly seeking individuals with so-called de novo Parkinson's disease. These are people who have received the diagnosis but who have never been treated with any type of symptomatic medication, so no drugs to suppress the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. The only exception is that if you have Parkinson's, have been treated in the past, but have stopped your medication for more than 6 months. So if you belong to one of those two groups of de novo Parkinson's disease, we would very much welcome your participation.
If you've signed up for the study, you will be called by one of our assessors on short notice. And these assessors will also be doing the assessments with you during the visits to our hospital. She will also discuss all elements of the study with you and make a first appointment if you fulfill all inclusion criteria. The first 2 years of the study, every 6 months, a visit will take place at your clinical center. And after 2 years, half-yearly visits will be performed remotely and the yearly visits will take place at your clinical center. Summed up, we have 11 visits at your clinical center and 3 visits that are performed remotely at your home. Every visit will take approximately 1 day. And during such a visit, you will be assessed by one of our research doctors and the trained assessments we have. Examples of the measurements we perform are answering questionnaires about your health and about how you're feeling, performing motor exams, and performing neurological exams. Bodily fluids will also be drawn, such as blood, urine, and cerebrospinal fluid. Additionally, a yearly brain scan will take place. An MRI scan to assess your brain structures and a DET scan for the dopamine-producing cells in your brain. Additionally, vitality measurements such as blood pressure measurements will be performed. In addition to the visits to your clinical center, there will also be 3 visits remotely at home. During these remote visits, your general health and well-being will be assessed. The remote visits will take place either through video calls or by an assessor that will visit you at home.
PPMI is large, ambitious, has the ability to create breakthroughs, but we can only do this together. So your time and effort is critical, because only together we can create solutions to create a better world for Parkinson's tomorrow.
meedoen aan onderzoek vind ik voor mezelf belangrijk, maar niet zozeer, of misschien eigenlijk niet zozeer voor mezelf, maar eigenlijk meer voor degene die Parkinson ziekte hebben. Omdat het natuurlijk heel veel symptomen kent en heel erg wisselend van karakter kan zijn, is het belangrijk om, denk ik, mee te helpen aan extra gegevens van wat overkomt je als patiënt. Hoe ga je ermee om? Wat kun je ermee doen? Maar het is natuurlijk ook de wetenschap die belangrijk is. De wetenschap die uiteindelijk hopelijk althans, zorgt voor betere medicatie, indicatie, controle, preventie hopelijk, of misschien zelfs bestrijden van de ziekte. Dus wat dat betreft vind ik het wel belangrijk om onderzoeken te ondersteunen op welk vlak of wat het dan ook is. Ik heb tijd en ik heb mogelijkheid, dus je zou de vraag ook om kunnen draaien van waarom zou ik het eigenlijk niet doen?